Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hi, welcome back to another How to Paint Watercolours with me, Colin, and I thought we'd do a mountain scene for this one. I've stretched the paper. It's a £140 pure cotton rag, rough, and I'm just leaving a thin film of water on the sky. This is a mixture of Naples yellow and crimson. I'll just put a pinky bit in here, Naples yellow in, just there. Just a bit more pink. This is phthalo blue with a touch of crimson, and I just want to add some darks in here. This is crimson cad red and just a touch of phthalo blue. Strong, let's let that down with just a touch of water. I'm just going to bring some pinky areas in here, soften it in with some water. Always remembering that it will dry lighter. Phthalo blue and crimson once again. This is on the purple side, the mauve. Let's bring some in here. I've got the board laying flat at the moment. Crimson and phthalo blue mixed to the red side, the crimson side, and we're just going to pop a little bit of that in. And then we're just going to very gently lift some paint out just to create some interest in your sky. You can do this with a brush or a kitchen towel. Whilst it's still wet, we'll just bring some cloud into the light edges. Take some out here as well, where these trees are going to be. We'll allow the trees to stand out a little. Change to a kitchen towel as I need a little bit more to come out than it's coming off with the brush. Little bit, take some out where these trees are as well, where the tree tops are going into the clouds. Wiggle in some more Naples yellow. The great thing about Naples yellow is it's a bit of a bully, and it will push the other colours out of the way. Damp brush, collect the paint from around the edges. If you remove the paint from around the edges, you can't suck it back and create a run back. Leave that to dry. The sky's dried out a bit, it's still a little bit damp, but we can carry on. And I'm just going to add some water onto this peak here. Then with the bluey, phthalo blue and crimson. I don't want this to be too strong when I put this in. I just want a hint of colour. Soften it in as we go. Next we'll wet this peak here. So with some clean water once again, just wet the peak. Change that to a little bluey cast. So to that mauve colour, which is the phthalo blue and crimson, I've just added phthalo blue and sepia and crimson to it just to change its colour slightly. And we're just going to indicate some peaks and trees here. They're all in the distance, so there's no detail. When it hits the water that you've laid in, it creates a misty effect. The background trees going in. Once again, softening it off into shadows. So once again, we re-wet this peak along, and I'm just going to add a little more of the sepia, phthalo blue and crimson to that mixture. I'm going to test it because I just want it to be a little darker than this one. Just to bring it forward slightly. Just giving a slight indication that there are pine trees here. Once again, no detail. Taking a damp brush, softening it all down. And you're slowly working your way forward all the time. Touch stronger in areas just to add a little bit of difference. Soften it down with the fall of land, leaving some of the white paper showing through as snow. A little indication of something here, something nondescript. And then we need to let this dry just a little further, then we'll bring the next row of background trees in. I think we'll use some of this mauve colour that we used in the sky, and we'll just drop some of this in, just to add a little different flavour to certain areas, and will help match the sky. Not too much, just a hint. Okay, yeah, we can leave that to dry now. And as we come forward again, I'm just running a line of clean water just along the back edge, bringing it down over my pencil line, and with a stronger mixture of the sepia, phthalo blue and crimson, and we're going to bring in some winter evergreens, fir trees. Once again, just allowing it to come into the wet paper, softening off at the bottom. Making them bigger as you come more forward. And with the paper being damp, it helps to make them spread. Adding some of the sky colour, crimson, phthalo blue. Just in areas. These almost look all the same size, so we'll have to change a couple. Moving into something nondescript here. So the same thing here. Some clean water once again. As we come to the banks and the shoreline, I'm just re-wetting the area, as this is all a wetting to wet painting for the main part. Once again with the crimson and phthalo blue, just testing it. Not forgetting to keep in some of the Paper showing through, touch of the blue, phthalo blue and crimson. Damp brush, soften off the edges. So I have to leave this to dry a little bit now. Coming further forward once again, this is a mixture of sepia, crimson and phthalo blue. And we're just going to put a few trunks in. I'm using a rigger brush, but you can use any brush that you feel comfortable with. Bring a few here. Don't have a larger one there. Poking up into the sky. We can just start to bring the foliage out on these trees. With the paper being rough, it really helps when you drag the brush. You can sort of set the brush down and sort of drag it about. Also dropping some of the crimson and phthalo blue red on the red side into them, just to keep the colour running through it all the time. Back to the sepia and crimson with phthalo blue to really darken it. Not forgetting to soften off the bottom. This at the same time creates a shadow. Come and do the same across here. Dropping in again once again, crimson and phthalo blue into it. Bring this fella out. Softening off the bottoms. I think that could do with being a little bit taller. And I think we'll put a dead one in here. Maybe he finally succumbed to old age. Softening off once again. I think we can start to sharpen up the foreground. Just drop some colour on and shape it with your brush, damp brush. Creating some soft and hard edges when you do this. Some down the front. Just dragging the brush across now for a dry brush effect. Creating some shape to the land. Coming into here. Forgive my elbow. Softening the hard edges once again. Softening off once again here. And then we're going to leave that to dry. Okay, now most of this is dry. I've just re-wet the frozen lake area, frozen water, and I'm just going to introduce the same colours as the sky really. Some Naples yellow in here, some of the pink, Naples yellow, and crimson I think was the colour. All horizontal strokes, taking some of your blue, which is phthalo blue with a little bit of crimson in. Along here, some of the red, in the sky, into the red violet. This is a bit of the blue violet, basically whatever's in the skies and the lake. Maybe just a touch bluer in the corner. And with a kitchen towel, we'll just take out a sun streak maybe down there with your sepia mix and crimson. You can just drop in some reflections. No great accuracy with this really. Same here, where was that? A little bit there. A large one here. Strengthen that up as well there actually. Pull it out from side to side. And then we're going to leave this to dry. All it's left to do now really is just put a few reeds and grasses in, which I'm just doing. This is that sepia mix with sepia, phthalo blue and crimson, and I'm just bringing some grass into the water. Don't go wild with this. Now you get to the best bit, is where you get to sign it, and then you can mount it, then frame it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please click the like button and subscribe. Always remember, subscribing costs you nothing. And if you want to have a view at some other painting videos I've made, I will leave a link in the description box, and if you click the link it will take you straight to them. So once again, thank you very much for watching.